Tashi-Dilek, you are watching Tibet This Week, Tibettv's weekly news bulletin on His Holiness the Dalai Lama, Tibet and the Central Tibetan Administration. Today's headlines. Former Tibetan political prisoners and the Lhasa Boys Association offers long life prayer for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Tibetan activist A-nya released in critical health after 7 years of torture in Chinese prison. Central Tibetan Administration welcomes appointment of U.S. Special Coordinator for Tibetan Issues. Central Tibetan Administration commemorates the 86th anniversary of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's enthronement at Potala Palace. Central Tibetan Administration holds prayer service to mourn the demise of Ngari Rinpoche. Tibet Policy Institute organized a high-level environmental panel discussion in celebration of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 90th birthday. Tibetans and Chinese Christian communities holds peaceful protests in Geneva at opening of 61st UN Human Rights Council session. In Dharamshala, around 4,000 devotees gathered at the Tsuklakhang main temple on morning of the February 22nd to offer long life prayers for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. The prayers were requested and supported by former Tibetan political prisoners now living in 15 countries, along with members of Lhasa Boys Association, founded in Switzerland in late 1960s. The ceremony was led by Kundiling Taksa Rinpoche and focused on White Tara, the deity associated with long life and protection of all sentient beings. During the event, a special memento was presented to His Holiness in honor of his 90th year, along with painting portraying key figures from his life. In an emotional address, former political prisoner and singing nun Ngawang Sangtrel spoke about difficult situation inside Tibet under Chinese hardliners. She reaffirmed for Tibetans, His Holiness the Dalai Lama remains their greatest source of hope. Leaders of the Central Tibetan Administration also attended the ceremony, which stood as a both spiritual offering and a strong expression of Tibetan unity and resilience. Prominent Tibetan environmental defender A-nya has returned home after more than 7 years in prison, which international observers described as unjust imprisonment. The 55-year-old nomad and community leader arrived at his family home in Kyanchi Township, Gadi County in Tibet's traditional province of Amdo on February 7, 2026. His release came 5 months after his original sentence was due to end in September 2025. The International Federation for Human Rights condemned the extension as a serious violation of international law. Arrested in 2018 for his anti-corruption activism, reports from the Central Tibetan Administration's Human Rights Desk state that Sengdra endured torture and was denied legal counsel for 48 days. He reportedly suffered lasting injuries, including loss of vision and chronic kidney disease. His case is seen by many rights groups as another example of alleged human rights violations by People's Republic of China in Tibet. Despite his severe health challenges, advocates say his return reflects the resilience of Tibetan activists as rights groups continue to urge international pressure on Beijing to meet its legal obligations. On the auspicious first day of the Tibetan New Year, the Department of Information and International Relations under the Central Tibetan Administration formally welcomed the appointment of the Mr. 𝑚𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕 as the new U.S. Special Coordinator for Tibetan Issues. The appointment was announced by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, designating Assistant Secretary Barnes to lead Washington's efforts to protect Tibet's distinct religious, cultural, and linguistic identity. The Central Tibetan Administration expressed optimism that Assistant Secretary Barnes will help resume dialogue between the Government of People's Republic of China and His Holiness the Dalai Lama or his representatives. It also voiced hope that he will support humanitarian programs promoting sustainable development for Tibetan community in exile. Department of Information and International Relations Secretary Kama Chuying thanked U.S. President Donald J. Trump and Secretary Rubio for the appointment and congratulated Assistant Secretary 𝑚𝒊𝒃𝒆𝒕 on his new role. On February 22nd, The Tibetan community in exile gathered in Dharamshala to mark the 86th anniversary of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's enthronement. The ceremony commemorated the historic day in 1940 when 4-year-old His Holiness the Dalai Lama was placed on the golden throne at the Potala palace. The official function was held at the main Tibetan temple and attended by distinguished guests. Nobel Peace Laureate Kailash Satyarthi served as chief guest alongside former Kalan Tripa Samdong Rinpoche. Kundiling Taksa Rinpoche was also present at the occasion. Guests of honor included Adrian Michael Amatong and Rufus Rodriguez from Philippines House of Representatives as well as representatives of various faiths and Indian communities. In his address, Satyarthi described His Holiness's 86-year journey as one that cut through darkness and moved toward light. He stressed that no political authority has the moral legitimacy to appoint the next Dalai Lama, stating that the recognition must remain within established religious traditions and guidance of His Holiness.
मैं कहना चाहूँगा कि दुनिया का कोई भी देश कितना भी शक्तिशाली हो, whatever powerful is a country, whatever wealthy is a country, whatever powerful a political leader of any nation, they don't have moral authority to depute a Dalai Lama in place of this Dalai Lama, now or in the future. एक ऐसी ट्रेडिशन है, ये ऐसी परंपरा है, जब 110 साल जीने के बाद ये दलाई लामा जी जिसको चुनेंगे वही दलाई लामा होगा.
Samdong Rinpoche reflected on the historical importance of the day, noting that despite immense challenges, His Holiness the Dalai Lama's compassionate leadership has enabled Tibetans to preserve their identity worldwide. The event also saw international solidarity from the Philippines. Guests of honor, Adrian Michael Amatong and Rufus Rodriguez of the Philippines House of Representatives paid tribute to His Holiness, recalling that 1959 uprising and the Philippines' long-standing support through honors like Ramon Magsaysay Award.
As a Filipino, I am proud and privileged that our country, the Republic of the Philippines, gave His Holiness the great 14th Dalai Lama, gave the most prestigious award the Philippines could ever give, and that is the Ramon Magsaysay Award in 1959. And the memory of your 14th great Dalai Lama receiving the Ramon Magsaysay Award is very well known and remembered by the Filipino people in the Republic of the Philippines.
Sikyong Pempa Tsering addressed the gathering on behalf of the Kasha, extending greetings to Tibetans and supporters across the globe. He said that enthronement symbolized the continuity of Tibet's unique system of governance rooted in sacred tradition. He further noted that the past 86 years represent His Holiness the Dalai Lama's lifelong commitment to his 4 principal responsibilities. Speaker Khenpo Sonam Temphel delivered the Tibetan Parliament in Exile statement. Religious and community leaders from India also expressed solidarity and paid tribute to His Holiness. The commemoration is part of the Year of Compassion, marking the lead-up to His Holiness's 90th birth anniversary. In a separate event, the Central Tibetan Administration held a prayer service to mourn the passing of His Holiness the Dalai Lama's younger brother Tenzin Chogyal, widely known as Ngari Rinpoche, who passed away on February 17, 2026 at the age of 80. During the prayer ceremony, Sikyong Pempa Tsering expressed his heartfelt condolences on the passing of Ngari Rinpoche and called upon the Tibetan community to offer collective prayers to the late Rinpoche's noble rebirth and his lifelong service to the Tibetan people. Ngari Rinpoche Tenzin Chogyal was born in 1946 in Lhasa, Tibet. In 1950, he was recognized as the reincarnation of the 15th Ngari Rinpoche and enrolled in Debong Monastery. In 1959, he accompanied His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama into exile in India. From 1971 to 1988, Ngari Rinpoche served in Tibetan non-governmental organizations and the Central Tibetan Administration, then called Kandin Photang, Deputy Secretary of Department of Security and Secretary in the Office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Ngari Rinpoche also represented the Demise constituency as the member of the 11th Tibetan Parliament in exile. He also served in Dalai Lama Trust and Gandhi Potang Trust of the Office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama from the year 2007 to 2016. The Tibetan Parliament in Exile and the Tibet Support Group of Estonian Parliament also made a statement expressing their heartfelt condolences on the passing of Ngari Rinpoche. On February 23, 2026, the Tibet Policy Institute, in collaboration with Central Tibetan Administration's Goten Organizing Committee, hosted a high-level environmental conference titled Planet, People and Compassion at Sikyong Hall in Kangjen Kishong, Dharamsala. The event honored His Holiness the Dalai Lama's 90th birth year and his environmental commitment. The conference opened with a keynote by Kama Chuying, Director of Tibet Policy Institute and Secretary of Department of Information and International Relations. Panelists included environmental conservationist Marimuthu Yoganathan, popularly known as Three Men of India, social worker and environmental activist Dr. Mohan Chandra Kanpal, environmentalist Dr. Rajan Kondru, environmentalist and research scholar Hema Kanpal, Senior Tibetan environmental researcher and activist Dr. Lobsang Yangcho, and Deputy Director of Tibet Policy Institute Tempai Gyaltsen Zamla. The conference emphasized the Tibetan plateau's global importance and the need to connect environmental policy with ethical and compassionate action. Prior to the event, participants were granted a special audience with His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Delegates also met with Sikyong Pempa Tsering and Deputy Speaker Dolma Tsering Tekang, who spoke about environmental challenges in Tibet, including mining, deforestation and river diversion policies under Chinese authorities. Meanwhile, in Geneva, during the opening of the 61st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council, Tibetans in Switzerland and Liechtenstein organized a peaceful protest to highlight the worsening human rights situation in Tibet. UN Special Rapporteur Nicholas raised concerns about reports of forced enrollment of Tibetan children in state-run boarding schools, describing it as part of broader cultural repression. Tile Chuki, representative of His Holiness the Dalai Lama at the Tibet Bureau Geneva, said the protest aimed to remind the international community of ongoing injustices in Tibet, including restrictions on religious freedom and interference in the His Holiness the Dalai Lama's reincarnation. More than 80 demonstrators participated, including Tibetans, members of Swiss Ramanti Tibet Support Group, and Chinese Christians from House of Church and Church of Almighty God. That is all for today. Thank you for watching Tibet TV.